the Chevelle, and I wanted to show everyone, this is basically the way I was supposed to paint it on the red hood, just a blue and white version, but this is the sample. But anyway, I did get the red hood painted black like it's supposed to be, and it's pretty darn slick. However, the only one thing I could not do is that's right around here. I mean, it's just a pinstripe, and I really couldn't, I don't think I could get it that small, honestly. If I did, it'd probably look, I think it'd look more crooked. I think this way looks more nicer. And to me, getting the pinstripe on there, I don't think, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just don't think it'd look that good in that scale. But anyway, I did get that. I wanted to show everyone what that hood looks like. And, can't do it with that hand. Let's go down. And there's that hood, which is that hood. So there you have it. And I'm basically ready for future on the Chevelle. Bella's truck, and I'll show that one right here. This is the tarp that's on Bella's truck in the movie. However, you can see that it's not contoured to the bicycles at all. I mean bicycles, the motorbikes. But anyway, I wanted to show everyone the tarp that goes on Bella's truck, which is kind of a, I want to say a gray-green type tarp, which I'm going to paint that. There's probably a Tamiya or Model Air, somebody's got it painted that's close enough. But anyway, I wanted to show, there's the tarp, you know, it covers the motorbikes. But anyway, I'm glad everyone tells me, gives me suggestions on the like tarps and models in general, because I do listen, and I also take everything under advisement. But on the tarp here, I'm gonna basically leave it. I don't want to. I know, you know, a tarp kind of should contour to the bikes, but it did. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it. It's actually really hard, and it's all set up and basically ready for paint. Also, one thing is I got to point out myself is this is not a static model. I mean, it will be displayed, but it's basically got to be since it's on RC body, it's going to be running, you know, on the car itself, and then, you know, it's going to be handled. I mean, people probably might pick it up here, see what you can do. And if it was a static model, you really couldn't pick it up. You know, you got to pick it up certain ways. But at least I want to say not RC proof, but it is very durable and handleable. So I'm ready to start painting that. So hopefully I'm going to try to sling some paint this weekend. I'm going to mix some red and some orange to get the faded red look, and we'll go from there. So that's where I stand on Bella's truck. The Twilight car, it's ready for future, but I did start. I gotta go back in and put a little more thinner, but I did get most of the I guess debris off the inside of the clear part here, so there is that. So I got a little bit more cleaning to do on it, and then I'll do the future. I'm going to try to do the future probably by the end of the week, and then I'll probably let it, I hate to do it, but I'll probably let it sit over the weekend, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, that's my game plan on that. The Mustangs, I don't know if I left off. I did shade that Mustang. And so we're pretty much ready to rock and roll on adding some other additional markings. I had a little more detail painting. I got to match the orange there on the stripe for the red tail. I got to touch up a few little places on the green on the anti-glare, and then just a little bit of I don't know, additional weathering. That's mostly doing the exhaust here. I just like to make them a little bit darker, and we'll be ready to go on it. The GTX, I was told that the top here has to have a textured top, And the only way I really know how to do it, and I think it's more believable, and that's with tape. You can use cheap tape. Walmart, Harbor Freight's got their cheap rate. If their tape is got a nice little texture to it. So what I'm going to do is put the tape on like so, which I'm going to probably have to redo. This is just trial and error here because my knife wasn't sharp. I always have a sharp knife blade. But anyway, you can either, some people go lengthways. I guess that'd be a way to do it. I'm going to go this way. To me, it's just going to be easier to hide the, not hide the sunroof, but it'll just be easier to cut it out with going it this way. But it gives it the nice texture, and I don't know if you can actually see it. You can see where I cut it with my dull knife there, which we'll have to pull that off and do a new one. But that'll give the texture, and then once I get the paint on and then paint it black, it'll have a nice little faint texture on it for that scale. And that's doing I like putting like stuff like this on a car, or not on models in general, because that's basically old school modeling, and that's the way you used to do seat belts and planes and all kinds of stuff. What tape is good for. It's even good for even styrene strip up there. But anyway, I wanted to show that. I'm going to rip this back off, put a new fresh piece on, and I got to go put me another new knife blade in so I can trim it. But I'm going to go that way, and I only got to do basically 2 strips of tape for here and do one back here, and we'll be good to go. And hopefully I can get some paint on it as well, because I need to paint the chassis to put the motor and the seats in, and we can start. I haven't ordered the paint yet, which I will. I gotta get that in. There's just not enough hours in the day to do it all. One thing on the Chevelle I almost done is I got the I know the light here is trying to probably playing tricks, but I got most of the where it should be black on the grill, and then I want to go back in and wipe off where I have any excess. So that's almost done, and we're just almost done with the Chevelle here, so we can do future. And we'll have to, it won't take that much, but we'll probably have to buy some more, try out the new brand. But anyway, that is what I have got going on today. Hopefully I'll get a little more accomplished the rest of the week. However, it is Shield night. I don't guarantee anything on Wednesday morning, because I do watch Shield, do love the show, and sometimes that interferes with modeling for some reason. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. We are getting ready to sling some paint on Bella's truck. Future duty on the Chevelle and the Twilight car. Mustangs are moving along, and we are getting ready to put the texture top on the GTX. So that's what I got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.